Show and tell. Many have noticed there appears to be show and tell going on. Apparently one angle is that it is part of a ritual reveal, to nullify a natural response to something that, although horrifying, seems oddly familiar. And that may be where it gets extra confusing on the ground, trying to unpick what is or isn't true or relevant, when so much is intermingled or linked, thinking they are lying when really the next piece of the unfolding puzzle is being revealed. And the ones not paying attention take it on face value, not noticing the real intent or meaning by thinking of it from a different perspective. And a new conspiracy theory that has come about recently, and one I have started to give thought to. Firstly, The Simpsons appear to have covered it in an episode, so people take note as many similar, if not uncannily accurate things appear to have featured, which then come to pass. But the recent fires in Maui have now made people look at the Mountain Dew flavours. Sounds a bit odd at first, but only at first. Of course, noting that the very word of the product has dew in it, being the acronym for Direct Energy Weapon, and one of the special edition flavours is Maui Fireburst. You could dismiss that as nothing, as many will, but for some reason I wondered on it. Seeing a further list of the flavours, it seems an odd one, especially when you think of events that could be linked to that, not even in a reaching kind of way either. I'll list them and see what you think. Berry Monsoon, Sweet Lightning, Maui Burst, Frostbite, Atomic Blue, Southern Shock, and a few more that could be just as they are. Vibe, Thrashing Apple, Uproar, etc. After reading them through, I thought it looks like Geostorm, but with fancy names for each storm. You know, the film, where they control the weather with a satellite to create ice storms, heat waves, lightning storms, and so on. So are things like a marker, a piece of the puzzle and a calling card, just like the weird visits and comments they make when visiting sites of destruction. America is the Truman Show at the moment, because the world is watching. Not as on the edge of our seats as we were before, as our seats have been sold out from under us. But everybody is expecting more weirdness to come, especially as elections again loom to take over everything and help to drive everyone further into the ground, here and over there. And in between we now have weather being manipulated for an agenda, a sinister medical regime trying to insert itself into people, literally, as well as a digital prison slowly constructing itself around people as they are being pushed from pillar to post. Breaking it down, and many other articles I have written cover it as best I can, given that it is a constantly moving situation. But the use of commercial symbolism and programming by way of fiction is a huge part of the whole process. And my articles, The Mark of the Beast, Consumerism, and The First Fad, go into the techniques they mastered and rolled out to get us in the position we are in today. As well as films, real life twisted or just fantasy, and prep for disaster or clever programming, to show the range of scenarios they have put before us, to make things seem not as outrageous perhaps, thinking you are used to seeing great scenes of disaster and total destruction, and accepting it as normal because you have seen it on the TV so much. They say children copy their parents when it comes to taking on basic traits, because they watch them and develop from what they take in. So I can understand why people are so different these days, as the input towards each person is so great and varied that there are now multiple sources feeding a mind as it grows, all being part of that thought process in some way, and not everyone holds on to the same things internally, and many things happen subconsciously, we are told. So, we are at the mercy of our surroundings, and it's not even down to us as individuals to decide what goes in, what stays with us, and what route it will take thereafter.